into the heat of battle. Go for it.
So today I want to talk to y'all about something, and it's something that's been on my mind for a while, and it's basically about the base roster of Street Fighter 6. And essentially what I'm saying today is, this is not the base roster. There's way more to this base roster than Capcom is letting on. If you know, the concept art for these initial 18 base roster characters got leaked. I almost said revealed. It didn't get revealed. It got leaked. Like almost a couple days after the gameplay trailer got revealed. There were 4 other characters on that concept art list that we didn't see in this base roster reveal. And I want to talk about the status of those characters. So a lot of people assume that the 4 characters that didn't show up in this base roster reveal is automatically DLC. I don't think that's the case at all. Maybe 1 or 2 of those characters might be DLC. For all 4, no. I do not think that's the case at all. What I do think is that those characters, instead of being DLC, they're going to be unlockable. Now, I know how some people might feel about that, and some people would think locked characters in 2022, 2023 at that. Why would they put characters that you can just get for free in the game? That's not like Capcom. That's not what companies do. Companies want to make money off of these characters. That's true, but there are scenarios where fighting games, as of recent, in the last, I would say, 3 to 5 years, have done unlockable characters in the games. One of them being one of the biggest fighting games of all time, and a platform fighter, Super Smash Brothers. Super Smash Brothers started with a base roster of, I think, maybe 9 characters, and then you had to unlock every other character in the game. That is one extreme example. Another example, DNF Duel. If you wanted to play as the boss character for DNF Duel, you have to beat the DNF Duel story mode. Dragon Ball FighterZ is another one. A lot of people don't remember this, but I was around when Dragon Ball FighterZ first came out. I love that game. If you wanted Android 21, you had to complete the entire story of Dragon Ball FighterZ. And if you wanted Blue Goku and Blue Vegeta, you had to beat the arcade mode on the hardest difficulty and get a certain score record to unlock them. But ArcSys did make it possible for you to buy these characters without having to go through the story mode and arcade mode just to get them. But the fact that it's possible to unlock them for free is something. I do genuinely think Capcom is willing to allow people to unlock these characters for a couple reasons. One, I don't think they have DLC power. I don't think the 4 characters that are missing have the DLC power to sell on their own. I think they are base roster. It's just they aren't revealed as of yet as base roster. I think these characters would be unlockable via World Tour mode. Think about it. Throughout World Tour, you travel Metro City or other various locations that we don't know about. Imagine going through World Tour, you meet these characters in a secret location, or you go, you find this special place. Imagine you just find a abandoned temple that everyone says is haunted, and you go deep into the temple and you find Akuma, and the only way you can unlock Akuma is if you fight him. You don't necessarily have to beat him, but you have to fight him. I think that would be pretty fire. Like, it would be very interactive. It would get the community involved, where they spot certain things and find it would get the community involved in the way to find secrets of World Tour that Capcom hides. And I think that would be a really, really dope idea. Now, for my tournament heads, I already know what y'all thinking. I'm not trying to go through World Tour and look for Akuma. Like, I'm not trying to do all that. I got you. Capcom could easily, after a certain point, make these characters purchasable, so you don't have to go through World Tour. Because I know there was an issue with DNF where the boss character for DNF Duel was banned for a while because tournament organizers just couldn't get the character because it took way too long to go through the entire story mode to unlock him. I think that would alleviate tournament situations, but also allow people that would like to just go in and explore this vast city and find a bunch of crazy different stuff. Like, you come across Blanca, Honda, Dhalsim, Ryu, Chun-Li. Imagine just coming across Akuma and then being rewarded for finding those secrets and finding certain things in the game. I think that would be pretty fire, and I think Capcom has been firing on all cylinders in every other aspect of this game. I think they would go that extra mile to do something like that. So I genuinely think that would be fire. But while you're here, if you want to check out some Kin gameplay or some extreme battle footage, you'll find the links right over here on my right.